Hi, this video describes a surface mount technology aid designed to speed up placing parts onto circuit boards. It behaves very much like a tiny vacuum cleaner where the parts could stick on the end of the nozzle until they are placed in the correct position and then they can be released. The system also has some additional features like the ability to display information to the user about which part needs to be placed next and where it needs to go on the circuit board. Internally there is a pump and other pneumatic parts. You can see lots of black pneumatic tubing there and also a controller board. There is an RJ45 socket that is used for connecting a foot switch to control the system. The front panel has a display and programmable buttons. The controller is actually two boards, one on top of the other. The lower one, that is not visible, has a microcontroller on it. Most parts are screwed onto the bottom of the plastic case. Pumps can be noisy, so for now some foam was used in order to be able to reduce the vibration being transmitted. The sound is definitely reduced with the pads, but with more design it could probably be reduced further. A valve is shown on the left, and that is used to switch between the vacuum and the release operations based on the foot control. Black tubing, by the way, is 4mm outside diameter and 2.5mm inside. To facilitate the blow operation, a custom part was needed, and it's basically a reservoir. It holds pressurized air ready for blowing surface mount parts off the nozzle when the valve is activated. The metal container was too large, so it's filled with a wood block until the reservoir volume was approximately right. 3 fittings are screwed in, and they're used to be able to connect to the blowing port on the pump and to the regulator and also to the valve. The front panel has the LCD board and buttons held in place with acrylic clamps and nylon screws. The LCD is controlled using an I2C interface, and the yellow, orange and blue wires are the clock, data and reset connections. The circuit consists of a couple of MOSFETs to control the pump and the valve. There is also an optocoupler for the foot switch control. All the important stuff is done underneath with the microcontroller board, which is an off-the-shelf Freedom board from NXP, or Freescale. It controls the display and reads the foot switch and communicates to the PC via USB in order to be able to update the LCD screen. The Freedom board is ideal because it is low cost and easy to use. The regulator was attached to the rear panel so that it could be adjusted from the outside. For the foot switch connection, an RJ45 coupler was used, which made the interfacing much easier. Ethernet cables are low cost, and the end was cut off and wired into the foot switch. This is the rear panel view from the outside. You can also see the adjustment for the regulator here, and also the USB connections on the right. The vacuum pen was made from a plastic eyeliner bottle. The brush was pulled off with pliers, and the rest of it happened to be hollow, which allowed the tubing to go through. For the nozzles, syringe dispensing tips were used, and they can be swapped out depending on the size of the parts that need to be picked up. The yellow nozzle shown here is ideal for 0402 or 0603 size parts, all the way up through to small integrated circuits. 0402 size parts are about 1mm by 0.5mm in size. A larger nozzle is needed for heavier parts like large tantalum capacitors, for instance. In summary, the system appears to function well, although there is plenty of room for improvement. Check out the remainder of the video to see it in operation and the build process.